All right, get ready for this deep dive. We're going all in on Liverpool's latest win. But first, got to hit you with a fun fact. Did you know Cody Gakpo's scored in 5 straight home games for Liverpool?
Wow, that's impressive.
I know, right? It puts him up there with some huge names, like Van Nistelrooy, Van Persie, true legends of the Premier League.
Yeah, gotta be feeling good right now at Anfield.
And speaking of Anfield, how about that 4-1 win against Ipswich Town? Really made a statement, now 6 points clear at the top.
Couldn't ask for a better start to the year.
So we're going to break down exactly what made this performance so special, going to focus on some of those standout players, Gakpo, of course, and Dominik Szoboszlai.
Let's do it.
Okay, so just to quickly recap, Liverpool 4, Ipswich 1 at Anfield.
Goals coming from Szoboszlai, Salah, and Gakpo with a brace.
Right, and Ipswich's lone goal scored by Jacob Greaves.
Coach Slot called it almost a perfect performance, and, I get it.
Yeah, that almost really stood out to me too.
They dominated for 85 minutes, kept Ipswich pretty much stuck in their own half.
But that late goal from that corner gotta hurt a little.
Slot's a perfectionist. Little things like that keep him from saying 10 out of 10,
True, true. Always looking for ways to improve.
But overall, really impressive stuff.
Ipswich did have a few good moments, though, mostly on those counterattacks. Those wingers are fast, and Liam Delap up front, he's always a threat.
Definitely. But Liverpool's defense held strong.
Especially Mo Salah's work rate, the way he tracks back to help out. That was huge.
Absolutely, shutting down those threats before they could even develop.
Salah's defensive effort was really impressive. You don't always see that from a player known for his attacking prowess.
It shows a real commitment to the team, doing whatever it takes to win.
All right, let's shift gears for a sec. Want to talk about Szoboszlai. Wow, what a game he had.
He's on fire, absolutely.
Makes you wonder, did Coach Slot tell him to shoot more?
Not really. Slot's been saying it's more about the team developing, their attack flowing better earlier in the seasons. Szoboszlai might have passed in those situations, but now he's got the confidence to take the shot.
Makes sense. It's like he's leveled up, added a whole new dimension to his game.
And it's paying off big time.
And here's what I find interesting. Szoboszlai's got all these amazing qualities, but they often go unnoticed.
Like what?
His work rate, it's incredible, never stops running. That energy is contagious. It really lifts the whole team.
Yeah, he's like the engine that keeps them going.
And then there's Gakpo. I mean, talk about an incredible streak at Anfield. This guy is matching records set by some of the biggest Dutch names in football history.
5 straight home games with a goal. That's incredible.
You know what I found really insightful? Gakpo was saying his success is down to the team's overall growth. They've had more time to play together, and they've really embraced Coach Slot's possession-based style.
Perfect example of how individual brilliance comes from collective effort, everybody working together.
Couldn't agree more. It's that team spirit that makes them so special.
And that synergy is paying off big time.
Oh, and speaking of individual milestones, can't forget about Virgil van Dijk hitting that huge milestone, 300 games for Liverpool.
Absolute legend. The leadership and composure he brings to the back line, invaluable.
Right. But there was a scary moment when Wataru Endo went down after that challenge. Looked pretty rough.
Yeah, and Ciso came in hard on that one. Everyone was holding their breath.
Thankfully, it was just a yellow card, and Endo was able to shake it off.
You could tell there was initial concern, thought it might be something serious.
So browsing Reddit the other day, and I came across this comment that argued that Liverpool's midfield rebuild has been a huge success. When you look at who they've lost and who's stepped up, hard to disagree.
Absolutely. I mean, think about it. They lost Oxlade-Chamberlain, Milner, Lallana, Keita, Fabinho, even Henderson. Those are huge losses.
Big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
But they've done an incredible job bringing in new talent.
Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, McAllister, Endo. This new midfield is dynamic and well-balanced. Every player brings something different to the table.
Exactly. McAllister with his amazing ground coverage and technical skills. Gravenberch, he's ridiculously press-resistant and great at moving the ball forward, all while contributing defensively. And we've already talked about Szoboszlai, his movement off the ball, his pressing, those runs forward, and those laser-focused passes. It's a midfield powerhouse.
This same commenter, though, worried about Liverpool's title chances.
Wait, what? How can you be worried when they're top in the league?
It's almost like a backhanded compliment. They're worried because of how strong Liverpool's attack is.
Interesting take.
This commentator thinks Arsenal, their main rival, just doesn't have the same firepower. They can't match Liverpool goal for goal.
I see. Especially when you consider Mo Salah's already got 40 goals and assists combined, and it's only January.
It's wild, right? And speaking of remarkable, how about Gakpo's evolution? It's been amazing to watch.
Yeah, his adaptation to the Premier League has been incredible. He's not just scoring goals, he's become a vital part of that attacking machine.
His movement, his link-up play, his ability to create chances for his teammates, it's top-notch.
And, we can't forget about the impact of Coach Slot's tactics. That possession-based style seems to be perfect for Gakpo's skill set.
Absolutely, like a match made in football heaven.
I noticed something interesting after the Lille game.
What's that?
Even Coach Slot's dad said it wasn't exciting enough, by Liverpool standards,
Oh, really? Even his dad's setting a high bar.
apparently.
Mhm.
But it just shows you the kind of expectations surrounding this team.
Makes sense, though. This Liverpool squad, they're capable of playing some breathtaking football. When they're on, they're on.
And it seems like they're hitting their stride at just the right time.
Absolutely, and it's only going to get better from here.
It's really impressive how Slot's been able to bring in these new players, but still maintain the core elements that make Liverpool so successful. It's a delicate balance.
It's like taking a classic dish and adding a few new spices to enhance the flavor without changing the fundamental recipe.
I love that analogy. It's a perfect, he's respecting the club's history while also putting his own stamp on things.
And the results speak for themselves. Top of the table, playing beautiful football, and there's this renewed sense of purpose. You can feel it.
So you mentioned earlier that no defense is perfect, and I completely agree. Even the best teams have their weaknesses. So if you had to pick one area where Liverpool might be vulnerable, what would it be?
That's a tough one. They're pretty solid all around, but if I had to nitpick, I'd say they're defending on set pieces, especially those high balls into the box, could be a bit tighter.
I've noticed that too. There have been a few times where they've looked a little shaky dealing with those aerial threats.
Yeah, teams that are good in the air, they're definitely going to try to exploit that. It's just a little reminder that even at the top, there's always room for improvement.
For sure. And it'll be interesting to see how Slot addresses that as the season goes on.
It's one of the things that makes this season so exciting. We get to see how these teams evolve and adapt as the pressure mounts.
Absolutely. And speaking of pressure, Liverpool's next opponent, PSV Eindhoven, they're no pushovers. This is going to be a real test.
It's going to be a great match, that's for sure. A reminder that there are no easy games at this level.
So how do you think Slot's going to approach this one tactically? Do you think he'll play it safe, try to contain PSV's attack, or stick to his guns and go for the win?
Tough to say, but I'm sure he'll take everything into account, the opponent's strengths and weaknesses, his players' fitness levels, the overall context of the match.
That's what makes him such a great manager, always thinking a few steps ahead, adapting to the situation.
That tactical flexibility is a huge asset for Liverpool. It keeps opponents guessing.
Can't wait to see how it all plays out.
Me neither. And as always, we'll be here to break down all the key moments, offer our expert analysis.
That's what we do best, right?
Absolutely. Always here to keep you informed and entertained.
Exactly. So for all you Liverpool fans out there, stay tuned. It's going to be a wild ride.
And even if you're not a Liverpool fan, the Premier League is just getting started. There's so much more to come. So buckle up and enjoy the show.
And hey, who knows? Maybe we'll even see some more goals from Gakpo at Anfield.
It's definitely possible. His confidence is sky high right now. He's a force to be reckoned with.
So for now, let's just soak it all in, enjoy the moment, and get ready for what promises to be another thrilling chapter in the Premier League saga.
And don't forget, we'll be back soon to break it all down, all the highs and lows, the triumphs and the heartbreaks, the goals and the saves. We'll cover it all.
Until then, keep the passion for the beautiful game alive, and we'll see you on the next deep dive.
You got it. See you then.